more people hop in as we go. Thank you for that. All right. So, last we left off, we have located Sylvia. So, welcome back, Sylvia.
Hey!
Lovely. So, we have found Sylvia. Averjo had a night of clarity. He explained the conditions of his tether, basically what drew him to Sylvia. It is the protection of her innocence, so to speak. Basically, if you can at least go 1 year without succumbing to the beast and killing someone or breaking that innocence in his eyes, he feels tethered, feels grounded to reality. In the span of eternity, taking care of those younger than he gives him solace. And if that tether were to suddenly break, he may lose some kind of mental faculty or control of himself. It wasn't exactly clear, as he does not remember. He also went into some detail about his encounters with hunters like the Red Dawn, but the larger faction that this splinter group might have come off of, the Society of St. Leopold. Essentially, they burned away his powers of obfuscate, and he can no longer access that discipline. So that is why he is nomadic. He cannot hide, so he has to run.
Oof.
We also got back up to speed after the fight, and we basically fucking ads.
From relieving roughness to soothing skin.
Sorry. We figured out that who exactly that one little runaway was from the group that attacked Marcus, Rise, Zell, and Alistair in the car that night. His name is Jake Coulson. He's 17 years old, and seems to be part of the military. We open up on another new night after the meeting from the prior broke and broken. Let's do rouse checks.
Okay.
You know the drill, sis.
I got you, boo. Sylvia, you are at hunger 3. So you are feeling
Zoinks.
hangry.
Grrr.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just
Marcus is at
rolled.
hunger 3. Rise is...
Right.
Oh my. Rise, you are not do... Okay.
Are you
just
almost at
for this-
frenzy stage?
He's at 4.
Oh my god!
Rise. Do you want to say that you at least slaked... Oh yeah, you did slake. You should be at, like, 2, because you went... or you should be down back to 1 because you went to the blood bank, right?
I slaked and then still had superficial damage. So I had to heal more on top of that to get me back to full
Right.
health.
Let me take a look at your sheet real fast.
No worries.
Damn, you still have a lot of health and not a lot of willpower. Okay. Yeah, hunger 4. Flaws. Okay. Rise. Your stomach. It feels like a bird of prey has wrapped its talons around your stomach and is just slowly digging in. It feels like knives clutching, and you feel your beast growling. A piercing headache emanating from your forehead as your third eye starts to weep.
Oh, fuck.
Right. Let me count how many. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll roll. Let's see who we start with tonight. Zell, what are you up to?
Zell is currently at his haven. I'm not getting hungrier, by the way. I'm still at hunger 2.
Excellent.
Um,
What is Zell doing?
trying to see if he can find any more information on the little runaway, so that way it will not take them long to track him down and isolate him for information.
Okay, give me either Wits Investigation or Wits Technology.
Let me have a look. Wits. I'm probably gonna go with investigation because I only have 1 dot in technology. I
Okay.
really need to update that. Okay, so
This will be a difficulty of 3 if you want to get beyond surface level things.
knowing Zell, he definitely will. Okay, so oh, that's right. I've got 4 dots in wits and 3 dots in investigation. That's a lot of dice. Okay. Well, he does cover his bases. Holy shit! 7 successes. Critical success.
Yeah, any messy in there?
Nope, just crits.
Excellent, excellent. I love this. All right. You easily parse the surface level thing. You see that, he has this character, Jake Coulson. You can see that he has sort of a middling social media presence. Like, you can see he's posted some selfies at the range in army uniforms, but they're all dated back a year, 2 years, 3 years. You can also see that he is a fan of like games. You can see like from various linked accounts and a little bit more digging, he's part of forums for like various like war games and stuff like that. It's not until you ask I'll just say for flavor, you ask a contact to look into military records that you figure out that Jake Coulson was actually dishonorably discharged a year back. And you also, I will say, get... Let's see. Yes, you also get the last address that he was registered at. You are unsure if it has changed, but I'll say with 7 successes, you can sort of easily parse that he lives somewhere in the city. Or the surrounding areas.
Okay. How do I want to play this?
Would you like me to come back to you as you think for a minute?
Yes, please.
Sure thing. Alright, let's see who's next. Fucking ads!
Frank again.
Last time you got a replacement Frank at Friends and Friends.
Sometimes I hate
YouTube?
this thing. Yeah. Fucking... I wish I was rich enough that I could just have YouTube, what is it?
Premium?
What's the... Yeah, that. I wish I could have that. Okay. Alistair, what are you up to?
Right. Well, I'm getting hungrier, so now I'm hunger 2.
Okay.
I'm
I
currently...
hear a cat.
What?
I hear a cat.
Oh,
I
that
am
was
the
probably
cat.
me. Farrah's yelling at me. Farrah!
I mean, Belladonna just zoomed out of my room, but that's another story. So Alistair is
I owe y'all the
currently-
cat packs. Small cat break.
The
Um,
baby.
the baby.
She's not
very
enjoying
vocal.
the heat right now. She's not enjoying the
Aw.
heat right now.
I would show Belladonna, but I'm not dressed for the camera. But Alistair is currently just arriving outside of Zell's haven.
Oh!
Still furious about having been partially coaxed and controlled about the situation when he was hurt repeatedly with the bad rolls 2 sessions ago.
Oh.
Interesting. So what does Zell's Haven look like? Is there a front door? Is this can Alistair walk up openly? Is there a door guard? What does Alistair encounter?
Okay, so Zell has managed to, for his brief stay in New Orleans, he's managed to procure a small hotel townhouse. So it's lightly guarded for obvious reasons because of his fame. He would want the paparazzi being kept at bay as well as unscrupulous fans. So it is lightly guarded, but the guards are aware of Alistair's identity, so he is given a free pass. Everyone else gets screened.
All right. I will say that you have a wonderful, beautiful room at the Hotel Monteleone. It's a historic hotel, actually not too far from Canal Street and the Bourbons and the French Quarter. It's right. It's like right on the edge of the French Quarter, so you're in Ophelia's territory.
I'll go look this up. Oh yes, this is definitely up Zell Street. I just looked it up. That's nice.
Wonderful. All right. So, Alistair, you walk in to this hotel, you give a name, say you're there visiting, they screen you. Zell, I'll just say to speed this along, you get a call from the front desk. They say someone's here to see you. They give you the name. He comes on up.
And as I knock at the door,
Zell looks up and waves to an attendant to let his guest in.
All right, the door opens. Alistair, you are not greeted with Zell immediately. Instead, sort of mid-40s man sort of stands there dressed in a hotel uniform and says, Mr. Crimson will see you now.
you better.
And he leads you sort of through the suite into the penthouse proper. Scene is yours.
Zell immediately clocks why Alistair is here and politely dismisses the attendant for the time being, informing him that he will be paged when their meeting is concluded.
All right, he nods and he shuts the door behind him and stands guard outside the door.
You have
Zell-
some explaining to do. Alistair walks very slowly but purposely towards Zell, keeping eye contact.
Zell knows how Alistair is when he is angry, and he deliberately puts his foot out to press against his chest to keep him at a certain length. Before you decide,
You lift your foot up vertically, like at a 90-degree angle to like hold him at bay, or are you like holding out your arm?
Are you sitting down?
yes, I am.
Okay. I can
All
see
right.
how this works.
Okay. I was like, wait, why are you using your leg? Okay.
Maybe his hands
It's a
are big.
power move. Leg Kabedon is
Okay,
always a power move.
Now what I'm imagining, Zell, you slowly brace your foot against his shin to stop him.
No, it's more his chest. He's quite leggy.
Okay, you lift that high heel up, Alistair. You have a very nice heel resting just
Nice
below your
Spider-Man.
sternum.
Before you decide to come in all fire and brimstone, I'm going to ask you a simple question. What do you know about clan compulsion?
I know the basics.
Then you are very aware that when a kindred is under said compulsion, they do not have any control over it. It is considered, I wouldn't call it an itch, but more a... Think of the most intense burning you've ever felt that can only be sated if you perform a certain act to quench that fire.
Are you sure this isn't just an excuse?
No. I'm sure you felt it too. He takes his foot and places it on the floor, and as he leans forward, in fact, you've been under said compulsions yourself. Remember that time in London when I could not even pull you away from your desk because you were so insistent on perfecting a certain alchemical recipe?
That was...
You spent 3 nights perfecting this until you finally stopped of your own accord.
I was just hyper-focused. I just needed to... Why are you laughing?
Alistair, give me a wits and resolve. No difficulty, just a straight roll.
Okay. Three, okay. One success.
The dice are still not nice to you.
How many successes?
One.
You get an inkling that, okay, maybe it holds some truth, as you can recall a few different things. You can recall like a few different instances of getting these intense moments of hyper focus and even seeing it in your sire, Lucretia.
Hmm.
But yeah, you are still very doubtful.
Zell,
Alistair looks at Zell up and down critically, licking his lower fangs. Still,
Zell, Zell quickly raises a hand, sensing his doubt. It is not something that is easy to explain. But your clan also suffers these compulsions. Yours just tends to lean towards perfectionism. Nothing but the best will satisfy you. Anything less than exceptional instills a profound sense of failure.
isn't that just OCD?
For humans, it's OCD. For kindred, that is a compulsion. Unlike OCD, OCD can be managed. A compulsion has to take its due course for it to be satisfied. You have no control over it. Think of it as a puppet pulling your strings.
So
But
what
it
am
is
I?
not a...
Your puppet?
No. If you allow me to clarify, the beast puppet.
Bless you.
The beast puppet. I've never considered you a puppet.
Alistair relaxes his stance more at hearing his words, nodding slightly. Alright. So all the words you were saying and
They were not of
coaxing
my...
me.
They were not of my volition. I know your history too well to use those kinds of words with you.
Alistair closes his eyes briefly as a flash
That-
of memory comes through of his parents, and then fast forwarding quickly to his moments with Zell before Lucrezia locked him up.
Zell rises to his feet. While we're on the subject, you were almost losing control of yourself during that time.
I know I was. I just...
Didn't Lucrezia tell you this? When you become a kindred, you are not as... You do not have the proclivities that humans do. Yes, we do have humanity, but at the end of the day, we are still monsters. I know it is difficult for you to accept that you come from a bloodline of monsters, but now that you are a kindred, you cannot keep suppressing this. You cannot keep denying it. You can deny your roots as much as you want, but you cannot escape them.
I just never wanted to be anything like my parents.
You're not. And the moment you realize that, the moment you'll start to understand the nature of kindred.
Alistair puts his head down, sighs, looks back up into Zell's eyes. A little softer look. Alright. I'm scared
Zell,
though. What
Zell,
if I lose control completely? I don't want to do that again.
Zell's stance softens and he sighs. The reason you lose control is because you keep denying this.
So it's like a soda bottle being closed after people throw Mentos in it. It'll keep bubbling up until either I break or I let my monster out.
You say it in such crude terms, and yet you still don't understand how instrumental it is to your survival. You told me about what happened in the pit with the Sabbat. You can see the fundamental difference between us and them. They are true beasts. They do not care about their own lives, let alone the lives of others, if it serves the will of Cain.
They are insidious, depraved monsters.
We are also monsters, but we are monsters. We are soulful monsters. We are monsters that understand what it is like to have humanity and to lose it. They discarded what remnants of humanity they had long ago. But that does not mean we are immune to those impulses. I never told you about how I met my sire, did I?
No. We never had the chance.
Zell plays with a chain around his neck briefly. During my
Alice-
pilgrimage into the secret histories of the world, I wandered into the Harz Mountains in Germany. I came across I wouldn't call it a ritual, but it was more of a celebration. That is where I found Elvina. She was a wanderer of the esoteric circles herself, but she was also very open about her own darkness.
Really?
Went to her roommate. Zell smiles briefly. She seems more amused by the superstitions of humans as opposed to most people. But the only time I ever saw her show derision was when we were in Romania and the locals were talking about vampires. About beasts in the night that would take their children and to slake their thirst. These sensational stories. Unfortunately, her dark humor aroused suspicion. That night we were attacked by a villager who tried to kill Avina with a stake. At the time, I didn't know she was kindred.
Mhm.
The villager turned towards me as well, thinking I was a thrall of hers. I killed him. I ran that stake into his throat.
Shit.
Before I even became a kindred, I had taken a life.
It was
She
self-defense,
was.
though.
Yes, but there was a part of me that was bestial in that moment.
Mm.
Alvina was almost at the mercy of the beast at the time, and she begged me to let her embrace me, or she would end up tearing me to pieces. Seeing I had already killed someone, I decided to take the matter into my own hands and allow my human death to occur. I am not unfamiliar with the monsters of the world. I am not unfamiliar with killing. But in the moment that I accepted that, I felt less inclined to the beast inside me. Yes, I still have those tendencies, but I'm able to control them now because I was able to accept the fact that even in my human state, I was capable of monstrosity.
And it didn't change you. Well,
On the contrary, it made me more sadistic in the bedroom, but that's beside the point.
Alistair is just like, kind of hides like a little bit of a smirky blush. But if he could blush, he would.
I know you are afraid of the monster. You were raised by monsters without even realizing it. You were surrounded by monsters when you've helped the war efforts in Lyon.
Mm.
Even humans cannot escape monstrosity. We are different because we embraced it instead of hiding it. You're not human anymore, Alistair. You have humanity, but you're not human. And the moment you
Alistair nods.
accept that, and the moment you accept that, the moment you start taking control.
Alistair straightens. I see your point. But
It's one many of the hard truths of being a child of darkness, but one you need to accept.
Zell, you have to promise me something. If I fall too far? Will you pull me back?
Zell's face softens. Didn't I do that in London?
Alistair smiles at him. And he brings his hand up to cup his cheek. You did. I don't know what I would do without you. I was a mess. Thank you. Alright.
Now that we
I'll stop fighting. I'll stop fighting it.
just take it one step at a time. Don't try to open the floodgates. Now that
Ooh,
we
you
have
don't-
that out of the way, I did find some information on our little runaway.
Oh?
Yes.
Who was he?
Hold that thought. Rise. You awaken. Your eye is weeping, your stomach in knots that feel like barbed wire. You need to feed. Quickly.
Oh, fuck. And he would, like, rush to the, kitchen and, like, rip open the refrigerator where he, keeps his supply.
How much did you get from the blood bank?
Great question.
Or actually, let me roll for you.
Thank you.
You have 3 packs.
Perfect. Let me double check. So I will drink. Oh, I'll have to drink all 3, I think.
You can only slake 1 effectively.
Okay, well, I'll do. I think it's half, so if I drink 2, I can slake 1.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So he'll do that, and then kind of just, like, glance at the last one, like, oh shit. I'm gonna need more.
The pain has eased somewhat. Somewhat. But it is still present. You feel the vitae on your forehead start to slow and sort of grow sticky as it touches the air.
Oh, great. He'll, like, wander off to the, restroom to try and clean himself up because he knows he's gonna have to go out to get more.
Marcus, I will also say that you are, going about your day. Or going about your night.
Yeah. I would say Marcus currently, he is finished writing lyrics for a new song. And is
Amazing.
just kind of sitting at the kitchen table or the dining table, just trying to figure out some of the beats for it.
You are also sort of now at the same level of hunger that Rise is at, so it's it's distracting. You're definitely hungry. The beast is demanding sustenance. And as you sort of fuss over the beats, nothing sounds right, and you just sort of growl and grumble to yourself.
This is beyond annoying. Marcus is going to grab something to drink from his storage.
You also have I'll say that you have. Yes, you have 3 bags of blood at your disposal.
I'll just drink one for now.
The beast settles slowly. It's still pacing, but it's no longer growling and grumbling.
Finally, the big beast is quieting down.
Do you say this to your beast?
No, he's just kind of being a little sassy because his creative flow was taken off.
All right. Do either of you sort of message one another saying that you're up and about, or
Yeah, Marcus will send out a message and just be like, to Rise and just be like, hey, how are you doing? Are you okay? I'm up if you want to come over.
I think Rise would see it, but he'd kind of respond. He'd have been typing to the group chat, like, need to go out to pick up supplies if anyone needs anything.
do you respond? Is this a direct message from Marcus to Rise?
Yeah, that would have been a direct message.
Okay.
All right then.
So that to the group chat, then I think Rise would respond to Marcus, like, can't right now, gotta go pick up supplies.
How about I run with you?
It would be like a really quick bubble pops up, be like, no, and then like it continues. I think it's best if I go alone.
Alright, just stay safe.
Will do.
If you want to give some wits and insight on that, Marcus, you can.
You know what? Let's see what the dice say. My blind ass can't find insight.
It is above intimidation, below etiquette.
One success.
I'll say, yeah, you know, like you get an inkling that something might be off, but you know what? Give them space, they'll come to you about it. Rise, you
Marcus
head
just
out.
nods,
Oh.
knowing.
Sorry,
Marcus
go
is
on.
just nodding to himself knowingly. Like, that's it. Marcus is just like, give them space. Nods knowingly.
Rise, you head out alone to the blood bank. I will say at this time, you passed by Broke and Broken. It's a Friday night, and the place is jumping. Let's move in and see what Ophelia is up to. Cough, cough, spider, cough.
I know. This is what Ophelia's up to her heavy bag.
Oh, alright, so you're training.
She's at Hunger 3 right now.
Lovely. I'll say that, you take a look. You are training up a storm. It's, the windows have fogged up with the amount of condensation coming off of you. You give the dummy a hard punch and it scoots like an inch along the floor. The beast is also clawing at your stomach, and you know you will need to find sustenance soon.
Yeah, and she just she like rubs her head a bit. Whew. She like looks up and just shit. Okay. All right. And she strips down, takes like a quick shower, just enough to like rinse off and do like a quick shower, gets dressed, and she's about to leave the apartment before she opens the window. Just and she does. She walks by the cabinet and like stops a bit. Her eye looks at it before she slams her fist on it and just shut up. And then she leaves.
Give me wits and streetwise, your hunting pool. Rise, if you would also like to give some wits and awareness to see if you can spot Ophelia.
Oh, that was almost a messy critical.
I'll say that both of you easily spot one another. You're kind of hard to miss, and the beasts, it's sort of like a radar. You can see one another quite easily.
Oh hey, Toothpick, what's up?
Ugh, Ophelia, I'm not in the mood, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of just like keeps walking. He doesn't even like stop towards his goal.
If you want good stuff, I'm going out hunting. If you wanna stop by one of the clinics with me.
I'm heading to one of your banks up ahead. I'm just picking up some supplies.
Mm-hmm. Ophelia like feels the beast in her stomach and she's like, fuck it, I'll come with you.
Rise like sighs as he's like rubbing his temples, like, oh my god, okay.
Listen, I'm not letting you walk around here alone. It's dangerous. It's dangerous out here for cute twinks like yourself.
Oh, shut up. I can handle myself. We did last time.
Not saying you can't handle yourself. I'm saying that it's dangerous. That's just the truth.
Rise like sighs again. He's like, fine, just you're really loud. Can you lower your voice?
Headache?
Yeah, headache.
On what side of your head?
All of the sides?
Okay, just checking. Because if it was only one side, I was gonna offer to make it even.
He just like has that like sob.
Don't worry. When you get to the clinic, I'll go hunting myself. Plus, you probably shouldn't be around when I go hunting anyways. It's not for the faint of heart.
He like smiles a little bit. He's like, yeah, I've heard Molly tell me.
Oh, really? What has she told you? Ophelia's not smiling, but the look in her eye is almost mischievous. The eye underneath is green.
He like looks at Ophelia with this like dead expression of like fear. I've heard so many things that I didn't need to know about your relationship.
Well, that's the thing about life sometimes. Sometimes you hear things that you should sometimes you hear things that you shouldn't hear.
Fair. Very fair.
I mean, all of my brothers had to listen my conception. I feel bad for them.
You make your way to the blood bank. You stop in, you know the secret code phrases to get to the basement. Free, fresh taps. Rise, you avoid the taps, of course. You only fill up what you need. You get 5 bags for your personal use, and 5 for Alistair.
Oh, thank goodness. These clinics are a godsend.
What can I say? I thought ahead. I assumed shit like this would be useful, so why not?
Rise, do you slake any more at the clinic?
Yeah, he'll probably slake one more at the clinic.
Alright. So you are down to 1?
2. Sorry, I took one off already. He's at 2.
Okay. It is manageable. The headache fades. There's still that pacing in your stomach, but it's manageable now.
Oh, thank God. I hate that. I hate when that happens.
Need me to walk you back to your place?
I'm not drunk or high. I think I can manage.
Rise. You've gotten jumped once already. I think we need to. Just playing it safe. Mostly because if anything happens to you on my territory, I'm gonna have to beat the shit out of Marcus because he's gonna come beat the shit out of me.
I pretty sure I've discussed with Marcus that life is life and it's nobody's fault.
I know, but it's Marcus.
Fair. If he does, tell him I'll haunt him for the rest of his days, and not in the fun way.
Believe me, I am well aware of the non-fun way of someone haunting you.
Speaking of, can you hunt? He's like glancing at her eye color.
And so she has the eye patch on, elaborate.
Oh, I was just curious. I mean, if you're mortal-like, can you slake hunger like a normal human?
She flicks up the eye patch, and the eye turns to purple. The kindred just. This answer your question.
Ah, so it's not happy. Gotcha. Sorry, I was just curious. Didn't know how that worked.
She flips the eye patch down. Trust me, I'm still not even sure how this works. It's not like there's anything that can explain other shit. I mean, it's nothing. It's basically nothing about what I am. So
That's because
just
you're
taking
special.
just taking it one night at a time. All right. Well, if you're fine, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna go find some asshole and drag him into an alleyway.
All right, just don't get caught.
I haven't gotten caught yet.
He has a moment where he's like, I don't know if that's true. I just think that people don't want to mess with you. But he keeps it to himself.
And she'll head out, and then she'll go out to hunt on her own. I don't think I used my streetwise and wits on hunting yet. I think.
Yeah, let's do another roll on that. But in the meantime, let's head over to Sylvia because it's been a hot minute and we haven't gotten to her yet.
Ugh, I've got 2 successes. That's homophobic.
Sis, you there?
I'm here.
Lovely. What is Sylvia doing when she first wakes up with 3 hunger?
She is ruining the day she was born,
Hmm.
and she doesn't even have the patience uh, to dice up Templeton's breakfast. She just hucks some vegetables at him and leaves immediately.
You can see that he looks confused for a second and like sniffs, like looks for a second, gives a tentative nibble, and then he just starts chomping.
She sometimes will do that thing where she'll make like a bento box because she's like so bored with her existence. She's just like, well, if I can just mother this rat, maybe I'll feel better. And she does a little bit, but today she doesn't have patience. She doesn't. She needs to go eat. I think she heads to wherever she's been getting her food lately. Does she go? I mean, she doesn't hunt. Does she go to the Broken Broken? Does she go to?
You can go anywhere you want. Your predator type is Sandman, so you can,
That's
if you
right.
are actively hunting, you feed on people primarily who are asleep.
Right, that's true. No, I remember that. I think she's been kind of spooked away from that lately because of her run-in with the police, but maybe she doesn't have time. Maybe she has to find somebody outside, or like go outside and find somebody. Maybe she hits an apartment building she's only hit once before, or the last time she did it was months ago, and she like
Okay.
jimmies the window on the first floor.
All right. So you're breaking into a first floor domicile.
Uh-huh.
All right. So this will be Dex and Stealth +1 for break-ins. Four successes.
Winner,
You
winner!
You needed 3 to beat it, so it is textbook. You find one with the window open, you remove the screen almost silently, sneak in. It's a bedroom. There's a man on the bed, passed out, drunk, looks like a college student. Room's a mess, but you slither over to the bed. Feel free to describe how you feed.
She's been doing this thing lately where she will feed from like the hand because
The
it's just she
hands.
doesn't have to get close to their body, so she sinks her teeth to like the webbing between their fingers.
Interesting. So you can definitely see that he's got one of his arms hanging down over like the side of the bed in midair. You easily sink down to a knee and you lodge your fangs sort of right in between the webbing of his pinky and ring finger, and there is a vein that is very close to the surface there. You easily sip from it.
Yum 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 yum.
How much do you slake?
Huh?
How much do you slake?
2.
Lovely. So the beast grows silent, but it is still present.
Of course, I never kill. Unless... No, not this time.
That unless.
I'm going to roll a quick wits and awareness for you. I'll say that you managed to notice you hear, presumably, a roommate enter the front door, and you hear lights
Oh,
flick on, and the rustle and jingle of keys as they're tossed haphazardly onto his counter. Your victim starts to stir as you lick the wound closed.
Sylvia calculates whether she has enough time to hop out the window again, or if that would cause too much noise and she needs to just sit and wait and like do the thing where she turns invisible. I think she'll probably roll to turn invisible just in case she doesn't have enough time.
Unseen passage.
Yes.
All right, so that is a rouse check.
She shouldn't have a problem with staying still, so. Oh no, a rouse check.
Oh,
I might have to eat this other guy too.
Oh, you have two. You have Cloak of Shadow,
two
as
what?
long as you have two abilities that will render you invisible. One
Heard.
is as long as the user stands still, they cannot be seen, blending into their surroundings. Or you have Unseen Passage, which does require a rouse check, and you can move while remaining hidden.
Okay, I want to do that one for the drama of it all.
Okay. You feel the beast grumble as you rouse your blood so soon after feeding. You are now at 2 hunger, but you are now invisible.
Got him.
What do you do?
I wait to see if the roommate. I go to see the roommate and see if they're going to bed or what they're up to.
The bedroom door is closed, just like up until like a crack in the door. You hear the roommate sort of plod down the hallway. Your victim stirs and sort of like grumbles as they roll over, and like you can see them like grumble and like flex the hand that you fed on as if pins and needles were in it, and mumble something. Daryl can let the dog in again. And you hear the roommate sort of pass by, then stop, and then sort of look in. They open the door, and you see another young man sort of look in, sort of check in on the victim.
What does he look like? Is he cute?
I'll say that he's decent looking, average college student, tall, gangly.
Gotcha.
Slight stubble. He kind of looks. You can hear the rustle of a plastic bag, and he says, "Hey, Justin. Justin! Huh? What? You see your victim. Justin sit up from the bed and sort of like rub his eyes blearily. Yo, I brought some wings home, so do you wanna, I got mine, I left your order on the counter. Yeah, cool, man. Give me like 5 minutes. And he flops back down as the roommate leaves the door open, and he walks down the hall to what you assume is his bedroom.
Sylvia is not going to leave until her hunger is satisfied, so she goes and just sort of watches the roommate. She misses eating food, and he's eating wings. She wants to like live vicariously through this person who seems to take it for granted that they're alive.
I will say that you have taken the maximum safe drink from Justin, the victim that you've fed from already.
Exactly.
So are you looking to feed on the roommate who is still awake?
Yes. I'm gonna wait. Or I'm gonna knock him out.
Oh my god. Sylvia's ruthless tonight. That was adorable.
You've seen Ophelia
Well-
eat a whole guy, and you're telling me I'm the ruthless one.
right.
I didn't eat a
You-
whole guy.
Yes, you did.
I'll make another dex and stealth roll. You won't get a +1 because you are kind of just sneaking through the house.
Right.
I'm gonna say it's a difficulty of 3. That is
Hot
2
dice, hot dice.
successes. Would you
Hot
like
dice,
me
hot
to
dice.
use a willpower to reroll 3 of those?
Yes.
Okay. That ups it to 4. So you are able to easily slink through the open door, slink down the hall to where you see the other young man sitting on a beanbag chair in his little room, digging into his wings and sort of logging onto a computer. He does not seem to notice you. What do you do?
Do I have any potions? Sleeping
Any what?
potions?
You do not. We don't have those here.
Okay, do I have any spells?
I will say that if you do feed on him, you can use Cloud Memory to make him forget the last 15 minutes.
Okay, I'm gonna. Gosh, that's so unlike me, isn't it? But I'm hungry.
I will say, though, that by feeding on him, you will break your obfuscate.
Okay. I'm gonna do. Is he okay? Tell me this. Is he smoking any pot?
The room smells faintly of weed.
Okay. Well, she waits for him to. She knows he's gonna light his bong because he's eating wings. She waits for that to happen, so
You
she can take.
definitely. Do you want to make a roll to sort of like observe? You could do wits awareness, wits investigation.
Yeah.
Okay, wits investigation then.
Here's what she's thinking. She's gonna wait and see how stoned he is. So she'll make a wits to see how stoned he is, and then she's gonna like knock and pretend that she's like his classmate that came over for a study break or something. And he's not gonna he's gonna be like, "What the fuck? This is you're not really my class. I don't know who you are." And then she's just gonna seize
I
on
will
his
say,
like confusion and just like bite him.
Okay, I'll explain this. There is a little bit of leeway. If you cloud the last 15 minutes, that includes you feeding on him and anything you do to escape. But you would need to make another dex and stealth roll to get out the same way you got in. I will say with the wits awareness, investigation and wits that you have right now, the one you can definitely tell that he's in the munchies phase of the high.
Great. Understood.
That's why he got
Okay.
the wings.
Well, she's gonna knock. She's gonna be like, "Hey, I'm here for studying calculus. It's me."
If you knock or touch any other surface, you will break your obfuscate immediately.
Oh. Okay, then she just says the words "knock knock."
Speaking also
She
breaks
doesn't
it.
actually knock. Oh, okay. Okay, what? So you want me to sneak up? I don't understand.
You are invisible. He is at your mercy right now.
I guess I could do that. I don't know. If he's gonna forget me anyway, why shouldn't I obfuscate? Oh, because I still need to sneak out. Wait, but if I like try and do my vampire thing, it's gonna also break obfuscate, right?
Cloud memory
Like, as
does
soon-
not. Cloud memory does not require a rouse check. However, you could make a dex and stealth check to just run out the window.
Okay. The thing is like, do I need to be obfuscated right now? How
If
does
you do
it
not want
benefit me?
him, if you do not want him to immediately panic upon seeing
Oh,
you,
Stop me. Okay, got it, got it. See, Sylvia, she has this idea of like talking to him, but she knows that it would go poorly, but she still kind of wants to do it. You know what I mean?
You can talk to him after and
Why?
perhaps plan to suggest in his mind to cloud his memory.
Okay. Well, then she's just gonna do the same thing that she did to the other guy.
You bite his hand or you bite his neck?
And
His hands are occupied.
yeah.
Okay. You bite his hand. You see his eyes go wide as you suddenly appear in front of him, fangs bared, piercing into his flesh. And then he slumps back against the beanbag, sort of going limp as the vampire's kiss takes over. You slake a point of hunger, and the beast grows quiet again.
Nice.
You want to cloud his memory, correct?
Yeah.
What do you say to him to cloud his memory? You need eye contact as well.
I look at him, I say, geez, you must have smoked some really strong pot. You totally lost track of what you're doing.
The haziness in his eyes amplifies as his eyes, half red and rimmed, sort of flutter weakly as he sort of slumps back against the beanbag. You have an opportunity to escape now.
I stare at him for one last moment, faintly tasting buffalo sauce in his blood. And then I dive out of his window.
You don't go back the way you came?
No. Different way.
His windows are closed.
I open them.
Do you close them on the
Duh.
way out?
No. He'll think he opened them up to get rid of the pot smell. Or he won't. I don't care.
I will make a note. You make your escape into the night. I think we're gonna take... Oh, go on.
I just was saying, Sylvia.
You got some gremlin energy tonight, Lena.
That's me.
You know what? Make me another wits and awareness. Let me make a wits and awareness check for you real quick. Sylvia, as you walk away, you do not see anyone before a hand suddenly grabs your wrist. And with that, we're going to take a quick 10-minute break.
Ah!
Good gracious.
Time to panic.
Please note, recording is going muted while we take our break. We'll be back.
break time over. All right, so we pick back up at Broke and Broken. Ophelia, you have managed to find a target for the night, and you have slaked your hunger.
Aw. Okay.
You got how many successes from that? Let me scroll back.
2.
Yeah, you easily find like some tweaker dude, and you who's like harassing people, and you grab him. Easily dispatched. You head back to Broken. It's winding down a little bit, but it's clear that Molly and all of the other workers are exhausted. What does Ophelia do when she comes back to her bar?
She comes back and she's like, "Alright, is there anything I can do to help you guys?" And she wipes a bit of heart off her chest.
Can you can you bust some tables? We're short on pint glasses.
I gotcha. I gotcha, hun. Happy to help. And she like walks over and she just like starts cleaning up the tables, fixing stuff, like whistling a bit.
As you walk around, you spot a familiar face. Perhaps not too pleased to see him. But Tilly, you're off in a booth, observing.
Telly's actually like he's not just leaning back. He's like he likes to keep his like back like face likes to face the like he
Door.
likes to face the doorway. So he's just like he's sitting. He's got a cigarette. He's just been smoking on it. Just waiting.
Oh, hey, kid, what are you doing?
I'm not a kid. I'm a grown man. But I guess it's good to see you. I guess.
I would say the feeling's mutual, but Molly has promised that I need to stop lying to people.
Lie, tell the truth. I don't give a shit.
I am aware. Anyways, what are you doing in here? Specifically, I should say.
Whole lot of nunya. That's what I got going on.
Considering the fact it's my bar, I would say that the nunya is mine, as she puts out the cigarette with like her finger just.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, he just like flicks it and just flicks it to one side. Just pulls out another one, just straight up. It's like, yeah, well.
She takes that one and lights it herself.
Waiting. Yep. All right.
These
He
are
just
shit
snatches
cigarettes.
it out of her fucking mouth.
Gonna kiss me? You're gonna kiss me next time, or?
Maybe I might with my fist. We'll see what happens. What you trying to get into?
I'm
Molly
just
kind
asking
of
why
peers
you-
around the corner. Molly peers around
Maybe
the
I
corner
can kiss
and
you
like
with a bullet. How's that sound?
Molly
You think
peers
on
around.
that? Sorry,
Molly
go ahead.
peers around the corner and like glares at you too and like gives you like that I'm watching you and it's just like mouths be nice. Like you can tell, no insight needed. You can tell that it has been a long night. She does not need any other bullshit happening.
All right, Molly.
Oh, is that what you
all right.
tell her to do in bed? You can watch if you want to. Feel
Molly's
free.
You
gonna
see
set you on
as she's
fire.
like carrying a tray, she like slams it down, walks forward, and like slams it down, turns towards you, and she is like bright red.
Good to see you
She,
again, Snow
like-
Bunny. And he like does like a fake, like he does the whole like rarefied like greeting, like where he does the bow and while he's sitting down. A pleasure again,
She-
not Snow Bunny.
Her eye twitches and she like marches over and is just like, listen, this may not be my bar, but it is my wife's. You do not insult me, you do not insult her. If you don't like it,
Well,
you can
fuck your
leave.
wife. And fuck you too. And I mean, you're really gonna
The
let her
only-
fuck you when I tell her what you got to say. I mean it. Like, not none of that slow, sad, simpering shit she gives you now. I mean, you're gonna want to eat her ass and suck her toes after I'm done tell you. But I'm waiting on Marcus to get here.
Oh, where are you now? Ophelia dials her phone and like calls up Marcus.
Molly leans into Telly and kind of like, you see her expression get a bit mischievous, and then it shifts, and she kind of traces your chin and says, "Honey, the amount of things that men have asked me to do to them doesn't surprise me anymore. So you can insult me and list every single dirty kink that you know of, and I have done it hundreds of times over. You don't scare me, sweetheart, because I've seen absolute scum."
No doubt. What's Marcus saying? I
She's
assume you're calling him up.
she's calling. She's calling Marcus. She's like, Marcus, eh? Boop, boop, boop.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
If you don't get here and fix this shit, I'm going to jump through the windows and destroy every single one of your rental properties. And she hangs up, puts the phone back in her pocket. Molly,
Marcus
do it.
takes off his recording headphones.
That'll get him here. It'll be a damn shame though if he did, but burn him down. That mean stay at his place was pretty nice.
I don't need a
Be a
place
damn
to.
shame.
I don't need fire to burn it down. She steps outside to catch her breath. Her eye underneath the eye patch is slowly going black.
Just you and me now, Snow Bunny.
Please stop calling me that. I won't ask nicely. I won't ask nicely again.
What's your oh god, what's your name again? I'm so sorry. It was that whole night was a blur. I apologize.
Molly.
I was getting close to early. Molly. I was gonna say Holly, but I'm glad you said. I'm I'm one letter off.
Sylvia
Good.
busts in and kicks down the door for no reason.
All right.
Ooh, nice.
You kick the door open. Telly, Ophelia, you immediately smell blood. Mortal blood.
Ophelia.
Ophelia comes back in when I sent you something in DMs. Ophelia comes back in just like, "You all right, Sylvia? You look like you saw a ghost."
And had a party with it in that
You know,
same like sort of den that fucking Blade killed all those
it's
vampires in.
it's funny. I haven't seen a ghost. I've actually seen a fucking mortal live person for once. And then I bring
And
in
are they still alive, or judging from the sheer amount of blood on your body, I assume not.
Let her explain.
I need some first aid assistance for this my acquaintance. Please get someone who isn't extremely hungry, Ophelia.
Right.
You see with her arm draped over Sylvia's shoulder, Ophelia, you recognize this person underneath all the bruises. This is Emily, the girl that you talked to the other night with the Hunter siblings.
Oh, would you look at that?
She is beaten to a pulp, and she is sobbing.
All right, Molly, back
Oh.
room to the left. Do you know where the kits are? Sylvia, help me.
Yeah.
Sylvia, help me get her back there. Ophelia like picks her up. All right, Sylvia,
I grab the legs.
No, trust me. I got her. You want to tell me what? You want to tell me what happened? Telly, you're a dickhead. Telly, you're a dickhead, and You're a dickhead, and
What?
you don't.
Just tell me where you need me. Just tell me where you need me.
Oh, you actually want to be helpful now.
Fuck, I do.
So that's to be determined.
Now tell me
I
what
don't
you
trust
want me
you.
to do.
Grab the alcohol. Grab the alcohol on the bottom shelf of the second, third part of the bar. That's specifically
Sure.
for deinfectant. It's not going to be
Fine,
nice.
got it.
Yeah, for
Yep.
disinfectant. Ophelia sets her
Yep.
down on like this back alley operation table. Like, you know what? I knew Molly got this off Temu for like $50, and I was kind of pissed, but it's actually come in helpful.
Yeah, as you hoist Emily into your arms, you feel her whimper, and you can definitely tell as she wheezes there's things that are broken. She is sobbing, the tears mixing in with the blood, and she just keeps on sobbing something. Franklin. Franklin.
She whispers into her
Oh,
ear, like,
fuck.
more gently than this girl has ever heard Ophelia talk, and probably gentler than Sylvia has ever heard Ophelia talk. Just, shh, it's okay. Let's focus on you first. It's okay.
No.
Shh.
Franklin.
And she takes them to the back and like lays them down. All right, Sylvia, you want to tell me what happened?
Fuck if I know.
Black kid, give me the stuff.
You call me a kid again, I'm gonna blow your fucking brains out. By then, like, he's already stood up. He vaulted the bar. He went straight to where she asked to get that alcohol from. He grabs a bunch of Everclear, like just basically just like the clean shit, and then grabs it. Like he stops for a second, turns around, and grabs like like some Jim Beam. He's like, she's gonna need it. As fucked up as she is. It's not for disinfecting things. And he just goes up and sits on it, vaults back around it, and he's just following along.
Ophelia takes the bottle and she's like, "All right, Sylvia, Molly, I'm gonna need you to hold her lips."
Okay.
Her what?
Just
Legs?
hold her down a bit. I need to disinfect some of these cuts.
It's gonna hurt.
Yeah,
no, it's not.
Shit.
Don't say that.
No shit, Shylock.
Emily, it's not gonna hurt. It's not gonna hurt at all. Give her some whiskey,
gonna-
somebody.
It's gonna hurt.
I'm not gonna lie to you,
It's gonna
kid.
hurt like a
This is gonna hurt like a son of a bitch. Molly.
He actually takes off his fucking belt. He puts it to the side, just like, bite onto this. Bite
Molly,
onto this. You're gonna.
I need you to call Rise, Molly. He's technically the only person of us that has any sort of medical experience. He'll be able to help us out a little bit easier. And she pours the alcohol on the wounds and starts like wrapping up with just some basic gauze. Not enough to actually fix it, but enough to like, make things a little less bad.
You can see like she takes the belt that's offered and like bites down on it. It's clearly not her first time doing this, and she like squeaks and her eyes squeeze shut as her back arches from the amount of pain. She tenses and then she cringes and just whimpers and sobs. Franklin,
Hey Molly, you remember
everything.
that? You remember that stuff that we? Hey Molly, you remember that stuff we stole? We stole from that freaky quack of a doctor. It's still in that duffel bag. Can you grab it for me?
Above board, what is this?
It's just morphine.
Okay. Don't know why you'd have morphine.
Criminal contact.
You know what? Let me. True. Okay. You have some illicit morphine that you can give her.
Yeah, I'm not gonna tell her where I got it. It'll help. Just, all right,
Yeah.
kid.
You give
I'm not
her.
I'm not gonna lie to you. This shit is going to feel like heaven in your body, and it'll help with the pain. It'll also help me figure out what's going on. But yeah, just there you go.
How big of a dose do you give her?
It's
What is
very
it?
small amount. Very small amount, like, and just
It
enough to
is,
dull the pain.
yeah, illicit morphine, basically.
Oh,
So-
illicit morphine. Delicious. Sylvia's
Yes.
arm itches a little bit.
No, Sylvia.
All right. So you give her this dose and she starts to relax a little bit, but she's still crying and muttering. She just says, "They took Franklin. They took everything. They took everything.
Who?
Everything."
Who's Franklin?
Shut up. Who? Who?
I'm
What
asking the
happened,
same
kid?
question as you, bitch.
She like stutters and tries to bite through and says, my brother. My brother.
Yes, I figured that out. Who took him?
I don't know. They came
Breathe.
so fast. They
In, out, in, out. There you go. There you go. Okay. Okay. Listen, I need you to give me any information you've got.
They came in so fast. They broke down the door. They had masks and guns. They started ransacking the place. They tied me and my brother up. They took all of our data. Anything and everything, they took it. Laughing. They were laughing.
This is what I warned you about, kid. This is why I didn't want this to happen. Shit. They have information on Joe.
I want to look at the, if I may, I want to look real quick at the like actual like marks on her. I do want to see, but like they just beat her, if they just like you, what's up, like cuts, lacerations, all that. He's like just inspecting, just quietly just inspecting her, like giving her.
I'll say
briefing
this:
story.
she looks almost like she's been tortured. You see where the butt of a rifle was slammed against her ribs. You see punch marks and slaps, and even a few. She's been handled very roughly. It doesn't seem like she's been wounded. You can tell her nose is broken. She probably has some broken ribs, judging by how she's breathing. There's blood in her mouth, where she bit her tongue. She is alive, but in a lot of pain. She has been, every inch of her has been beaten and thrown around.
Shit.
Oh man.
You see as she kind of sits up a little bit and like looks at you, says,
Take it easy.
They took Franklin.
Your brother.
One of them recognized him. They recognized him. After they mentioned something about an old platoon. He said he'd leave me alive if he came back with them.
Okay, kid. Breathe for me. Breathe. Breathe. Okay.
One last question. So like, did he reckon when he pulled up in the 2 episodes ago, Telly saw like the aftermath of the hunter skirmish that the coterie got into. Were they all wearing like uniforms and stuff?
They were
And could he
wearing
recognize
tactical. They were wearing tactical gear.
They were wearing tactical gear.
But it doesn't seem like there were any identifying logos.
Okay, no, okay, but were they all wearing like the same sort of gear? I think usually people in the military do
Pretty
that.
much.
Know that,
It's
yeah,
like
okay.
it's like a mishmash of various military gear, like from like some kind of bulk store.
Okay. Okay.
You know how it is in the States, easily accessible.
Yeah. Yeah. Like anyone can grab anything. I wanna okay. Well that wouldn't actually serve a purpose. I'm just gonna I'm gonna keep quiet then.
Where did this happen? The address.
Our apartment. She like
Tell me.
she gives like the address.
Alright then. Molly, call Rise.
So he starts looking up the address.
Is it nearby?
I'll say that. Shit, I need the map. Let's see.
I need to know how invested Ophelia is in this.
It is in It's in Central City. It was previously Camarilla territory, but it is like a district or two away from you.
And she takes note of that and is like, close enough. Alright. Molly, like I said, call Rise. Sylvia.
I'm on the phone with him right now.
Good. Sorry. Sylvia, how are you doing with all of this, I should say?
Could be worse, but this is really there's some fucked up shit going on. I'm honestly sick of it. I'm just sick of all of this.
Believe me, I'm well aware. Also, how did you find her?
Well, it's kind of a weird. I was running an errand. I guess I was stalking a mortal, and the mortal was also stalking me.
Oh, okay. Do you want to come with?
Sure.
Alright. And she's like, alright then. I need to find information. She calls Marcus back. Marcus, cancel that. Meet us at the address I'm about to send you. Some shit has gone down, and as much as I hate to say it, Joe's in danger. Also, call the paramorons. We're gonna need them.
I would say, if I'm assuming this is gonna happen after Rise meets up with as the Paramounts, as it's been described. So
The paramorons.
the Paramorons, yes.
Oh, dude.
So if Molly is on the phone with Rise, he would have probably mentioned like, "Oh, I'm with Zell and Alistair." So
Yeah. She says, like, she explains the situation, like, someone got beat up, Sylvia seems to know her. Ophelia says that this is related to the thing with Averjo. Please come to this address as soon as possible.
oh, good. I did want to talk to Sylvia tonight. We'll meet you there.
Okay. I'll stay here with the girl. I think her I think her name is Emily. I'll stay here with her. Apparently, some goons attacked her and her brother.
Our type of goons or mortal goons?
The bad guy who wants to kill us type goons.
Oh, damn.
Ophelia heads out and she gets her motorcycle and she tosses Sylvia a helmet. Make
I
sure it
catch it.
fits. Make sure it fits and then hop on.
It doesn't. It's like really big, but I get on
It's
it
not
anyway.
mine.
Put it on anyway. Oh, it's still really big because I'm very small.
Fair enough. And she gets on and she helps tighten it a bit. All right. Let's do this shit. And she just takes off.
You all travel across town from your various locations to this small apartment. It's a sort of rustic house that has been turned into multiple apartment buildings. It doesn't seem like any authorities have been called. Things are relatively quiet. It seems like the other people aren't home, and the other residences are sort of, minding their businesses.
Ophelia hops off and she starts walking in.
You can see that the front door is ajar. And there's... Oh, go ahead.
I'd like to roll wits and... Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I was...
No, go ahead.
I do have my... Okay, I have my dice on me, so I was just going, see if I can roll...
Go for it.
Roll
Go
wits
for
and
it.
awareness. I just got through playing BTM, so... So I'm on... First, I'm going to roll to rouse. I do get hungry. So, as one, I'm going to just, roll wits and awareness, so I'm rocking 7 dice. Okay. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes.
Lovely. You immediately go into investigator mode. You see the door is ajar. You can see where the deadbolt was splintered through the lock. You see boot prints smearing the trail of blood. Whoever was walking alongside them, it seems like probably something was broken as well with him, or he was also beaten up, having eventually sort of resisted and then become defeated. You follow this trail up to the front door. You see it up the stairs. The boot prints that you can see, definitely military grade or military grade knockoffs. You follow it up to this door, and you can see that inside the place is absolutely ransacked. This is a 2-level abode. You basically went up from the porch to this downstairs level, and the other residence is up a different flight of stairs in the back. So this is just one domicile right now. The whole place is ransacked. You can see where computer monitors have been torn aside, plugs yanked outside of the walls, scuff marks, papers scattered, furniture toppled. There's a lamp that's flickering on the floor. You can see sort of a pool on the carpet where it seems like two bodies once were, one pool larger than the other.
Oh, jeez. Okay. When he looked at it from the outside, I'm sorry, just follow up question. When he looked at it from the outside, since this is it's been kind of it's a house that's been modified into an apartment. Were there any sort of camera systems or anything like that outside that he could see?
There was, but from what you can tell, the lenses have been sprayed over with black spray paint, and there is no database that you can easily access. Everything has been taken.
Oh, and it would be closed circuit. If it was a place like this, it would be, the cameras would be closed circuit anyway. Okay.
You can tell it was a private system.
Mm-hmm. On those 5 successes, were there wheel tire tracks? They rolled up in an APC or something like that, or what they? How they rolled? Did they roll up in multiple vehicles or just one big one? Or
I would say that would be another sort of wits awareness or wits investigation check to examine the street.
Yeah, I'm gonna use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I'm going to use use my heightened senses since it's free. I'm gonna use that and
Okay.
add another, and I'm going to do this is investigation at this point.
Okay.
Okay. Holy mother of God! So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 successes.
You immediately see, like, you can't tell exactly what kind of car it was, but you can tell this is a country vehicle. The tires have been worn. You can see mud from the outlines. From the layout of the tracks, it was definitely a wide-bodied vehicle, like a truck of some kind. With your heightened senses, you can see a few flakes of rusty red paint, where perhaps a boot scraped against it, getting out of the car. It seems like there was only one vehicle here, and you're looking for some sort of old red truck.
Okay. Old red truck. Was okay, country ass shit. So these folks. So my one last question is, can he see any? Because if it's like a country ass truck, I'm wondering if so two things. Can he tell like could he like follow the sediment if there's sediment or leftover soil from like the tires or their like boot tracks, or can he follow also like what type of like car would have like rust like this like at this point in time? Like, could he like okay, a car rusted this
I'd say that
point.
you can like
What
make a
age?
note of it and see
Okay.
like do like
Yeah.
analysis on it later. Like
Okay. Yeah, I just don't have the proper tools. I'm not a forensic scientist, but if I can like get a hint of
you're
it, and
looking for
also like I
some kind
want
of rust bucket, so probably something from like
to.
I don't know, like the 60s,
Because I'm
70s.
wondering if it's if he can tell from like if it's got sediment tracks or tires, if they go out in the country, like maybe he can tell like where specific like where they might be located, like the general area, just about if they
Okay.
ever get something like that,
You
or like where like
okay.
a lot of oil.
With that, I'll give you this. You see that the soil, it has the same, the soil that was left by the tire tracks. It has the same consistency as the soil that you had witnessed at the scene. So kind of marshy, swampy, little bits of algae. It has that same sort of consistency. So you can definitely tell whoever had this car also visited the scene of the previous attack. So it definitely seems like it is related, but you cannot tell where they are located.
Copy that. I would relay that information to the group. Like y'all would see Telly like just like he walks inside. He like does like a once twice over, and he's like looking at the blood and stuff. Gets a almost in a very like Detroit Become Human Connor like taste for it. Then he walks back. And you watch him walk back out and go back down the stairs, and like he's like looking at like where they like must have parked, crouched over, and he's like tasting the sediment. Yeah, and then he would relay all that information, like you said, the car, the age of the approximate age, and like that the fact that the most parsimonious suspicious same motherfuckers that attacked the coterie the previous night when he showed up is connected to the group. That yeah.
Ophelia is paying close attention, and well, you hear a voice come from Ophelia that says, "Were there any street cameras?" But something in your gut tells you this isn't Ophelia. She's looking away from you. She's kind of knelt down and like examining the carpet and the blood stains.
I'm gonna go ahead and roll wits and awareness to see if he notices that shit.
Or wits and
She's not.
insight.
She's not trying to
Or
hide
wits
it,
and
so it
insight.
probably would be
Or
pretty
wits
low.
and insight. Wits and insight then. I'll go ahead and hang on 1 second here. 2, 3, and my insight is a okay. 2,
Shake it,
so
shake
I
it,
got
shake it.
5 dice. 1. So 1 success, and I got a messy critical on that. So 2 successes, but it's messy.
So messy.
Oh, you got a messy crit. Okay.
Yeah.
How many?
Just 1. Oh well, it's I got 2 successes, but 1 of them was messy.
Okay. All right. You definitely clock that something is up with Ophelia, and your beast goes on high alert.
Yeah, he
So-
actually stops like smoking a cigarette like real quick, just like actually just takes like a brief inventory of Ophelia real quick, and then he just kind of like, I'll probably ask about that later.
It
Gonna turn.
and again just stands up just cameras.
Yeah. Well, cameras on the place are closed circuit. There and besides that, they were sprayed out. Information destroyed. Street cameras, on the other hand, we'd have to actually get into the terminal itself. But I'd have to figure out what
Are there
roads they
any?
took. Doubtful. They probably took the back roads.
Check.
Even if this is the city, they can still like get through the neighborhoods and stuff. That's my best guess, but same fuckers that did it last time is probably the same people they're associated. He takes another drag. What'd you find in there?
Telly,
See
I will
anything I
say,
didn't?
for the compulsion for your messy critical, you have insurmountable regrets. So I won't invoke your clan bane, but this is a sample compulsion. So it is a regret of inaction. The vampire regrets something that they didn't do, and this compulsion causes an overwhelming desire to take action. They feel compelled to take the most aggressive choice in a dilemma. Actions taken to resist are done at a 2 dice penalty that compulsion ends when given into. So you do not want to sit back. You don't like Ophelia and she doesn't like you, but by God, you're going to fucking see this through because you saw the girl lying on that table and a memory surfaces where you didn't take action and everyone suffered because of it.
I can talk about it real quick if you want.
Sure, give us
but
a
the
little rundown.
The main one he can think of where Telly didn't take action was it's totally above board. I'll share this with y'all. Telly, it's about 2002. It's Kandahar, Middle East. There were insurgents in a building, and they had hostages. And the TAC team that they sent before, some of Telly's men, were inside as well. At this point, Telly's still a Marine, first lieutenant, Force Recon. He knows his men are probably gonna like die in there. The civvies are gonna die in there. So Kerwin Ames was the CIA director at the time of this op. He told Telly, he was like, Telly was like, well, I'll just go in, I'll send my team in, we'll surround the building, we'll send somebody inside, we'll get underneath it, we'll do whatever we have to do. But like we have to make sure that our team is out. We have to make sure that the civilians are out. The CIA director told him, no, we're not gonna, that's not gonna happen. It's like that target in there needs to be taken out. He needs to be taken out. So we're calling in an AC-130. And it's like, no, you don't understand. Like, you can't just call in the AC-130. You can't just have like, you can't just shoot the whole place apart. Like, we need to make sure to like actually extract like our men that are in there.
You can't just shoot everybody in a building. The American government.
Yeah, the CIA director is like, that guy is an asset. He's like, that guy is an asset. But the time you get in there, something could go wrong, or you could get captured. We're gonna level the place. We're gonna level the place. We're gonna send it down. And if you don't agree with that, before you go inside, it's like I could just pin this whole thing on you if you wanted. Like the whole, like the fact that attack team got sent in there and is stuck in there now, I could just pin it all on you. So like, which side are you gonna be on? And that was the time before, like, that was the like second to last mission before Telly got OTH'd, because he just like, well, fine, war is hell, people die, it is what it is. And he let that shit go down. So they shelled the place, and now he's feeling a lot of that. And like, and now we kind of snap back to the present, and he just like, you see him scratch his like neck, like he's really uncomfortable. And he just like walks over to his like, back of his car, Chevy Chevelle, opens it up, and he's like, he's got checked the trunk, so he's like, he loaded up, he's got his rifle locked and loaded, and he's like taking out the like incendiary shotgun shell rounds, and he's loading them up with full slugs. He's like, I'm going locked and loaded. I'm about to turn, like, wherever we get to, I'm about to turn this bitch up. Like, and he takes him from the back and he sets him in the front seat. He's ready. He is activated. And he's like, we can get to a terminal. Let's see.
We don't need
here.
a terminal. Ophelia's back is still to like Telly.
Okay, and he's like pulls out, checks his phone.
What do I have to roll to get a bit of a birdly help, Moon, with this?
I'm not sure if Owl could help with this.
Doesn't hurt to ask.
Yeah,
I've
you'd
got
be the one to ask.
connection.
He's
Might
got
as well ask.
It would
Yeah,
be
Telly's
a very
got
high.
no contacts, so.
It would be a
That she
very high
has.
difficulty for her. But other folks on the scene. So let's just say everyone is here at this point.
I cannot interact with any mortals right now.
So what are you all doing or looking for, or?
I think
Don't
Ophelia's
everyone
keeping
talk at
her.
once.
yeah.
Everyone, Ophelia is keeping her back to everyone, like distinctly.
I think Rise would like first be like, like, where are we? Like he needs more details. Obviously, Molly didn't give him the full context on the phone. So like, is this where it happened? Were we tracking like the bad guys down? Like, where are we?
This is the scene of where the girl was attacked.
Okay, cool.
Yep, Emily was attacked. Franklin, her brother, was taken. I think like Telly would relay that to the blood bag thief. Blood bag thief. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry.
And he would just say everything, pretty much tell you all the information that he learned. But he's like, if you're good with tech or know anyone that's good with tech, we can get to a terminal. They probably crossed through, like, cross past Main Street. We can at least get a glimpse of the vehicle. Maybe I could get a partial print. I could look something up. But outside of that, that big bitch over there, she said she could get She don't need no terminal, so I assume she got some contacts and some shit.
Well,
I'm waiting for Telly just to ask
Yeah.
about what's going on with Ophelia. She's been quiet since they got here.
Rise would be speaking to Tully and be like, alright, well, that sounds like either Marcus or Ophelia. They do have contacts in the Force. If they could perhaps utilize their access
Yeah.
to look at stuff for us.
That would be good. Because I know nobody down here.
Neither
So
do I, so.
my job's all done. So yeah, make sure to get in contact with them and let them in on the fact that me and this big bitch who won't talk, won't say nothing now, all of a sudden, Ophelia, yeah, just let her know that we're
Just a deep guttural kind of like growl. Rise would, I think Rise knows Ophelia. Rise would know exactly what's going on right now.
Well, Rise failed to look around, but thank God for Tully. And then after his failure to look around and observe anything, because that's just what happened, with that shitty roll, I think Rise would kind of like approach Ophelia to the side. Like, there's space, but it's clear he's like getting in her sight. Like,
Can he see Ophelia's eyes? Or eye, I guess, that's not hidden by the eye patch?
that depends. Do you want him to?
I'm asking you.
Sure. He'll go on that side of her.
It's black.
He kind of like.
That means both her eyes are black right now.
He kind of stands there and is just like, want to talk about it? Yeah.
She's like, is Molly here? No, Molly's
No,
still at
Molly's with Emily.
at Broken.
Yeah.
She like kind of slowly clenches her fists and just Molly is in danger. Joe is in danger. No one touches them.
What a gun.
No one touches her.
Yup. He kind of just is like, that's why we're here. That's why we're doing it. Right?
damn right. Now, Ophelia, you know, you want to get in contact with anybody you know that can track down a big red rust bucket?
Ophelia turns her head a bit to look at Telly. The one eye he can't see is completely black, which is different from the usual like red iris that she's rocking on that eye.
That's not normal, and we're all Walking Dead people.
Rise will kind of look back at Telly and be like, can you talk to Marcus about that? Give me a second with her, if you don't mind.
Yeah. Now, and he like did. Oh, Marky. Calls him.
Marcus, your friend. She's got this weird eye thing going on, but so can you help?
Rise will kind of like, is Ophelia standing or like what's up?
She's like kneeling. She's like tracing the blood patterns with her fingers, like gently.
Rise will kind of like crouch down next to her and be like, stop contaminating the crime scene. Yeah, you're big, you're bad, you're scary, but I need you to focus.
Tell us what you want.
I need you to tell me if there's any possibility, 1, that Franklin is still alive. Number 2, can you tell me how many people were here? And number 3, can you smell him and track him?
Can't tell you the second one. Ask the other one.
Fair enough.
Franklin, the girl. She told Ophelia that they would leave her alive if they took their brother. I assume he lives.
Good.
As for the last one, she'll sniff and see what she could find, because she hadn't thought about that. She walked in,
Okay.
saw that it was actually bad, and got pissed.
All right. I will say you will get an advantage on this. I'll say you can do wits investigation,
Oh,
or let's see.
I
Actually,
have awareness. I have awareness and
Hmm.
streetwise. Those are the only two I've got.
I'll say resolve and awareness to see if you can sift out these scents, and you can have a +1 to this roll.
You know what? I'm going to blood surge as well. Cause fuck it, we're gonna make it a. We're gonna make it a +2. Resolve and awareness, you said?
Yes, or a
Make that.
+3. So
Yeah, make
that's
it.
+2 to your roll, and then 1 more to add.
Yep. Woo! 9.
9 successes. Incredible. You sniff the air deeply, like a beast, a hound looking for a scent. You can smell them. There were 4. Aside from the 2 familiar ones that you know. 4 of them. You smell gunpowder, rust, dirt, grime. The faint smell of cigarette smoke. Not Telly's, but something wetter. You smell... There were definitely 4 here. 4 intruded, 5 left. They
2
head
were
out.
here. 4 came in. 5 left. Gunpowder. Wet cigarettes. And she like stands up. Telly would probably see her like not walk. Have you ever seen that thing where you see somebody that's clearly in zombie mode and kind of just going on it, their shoulders are slumped and they're kind of wobbling as they walk a bit? Like her steps are
Yeah.
heavy. She's doing that as she follows the scent out the house.
You follow. It's paired with other things. Blood, dirt, broken wood. The wet cigarette smell gets stronger. You see on the side where it emanates a puddle of something gross and sticky, and you can tell it's dip tobacco. You can tell that you can tell that the trail does end. It ends in the road as the scent of gasoline and rust trails off into the night, and it is no more.
Does she know which direction?
It heads, if you are facing the street from the house, it heads east.
They lift up their arm and point in a direction. In that direction.
Rise, who had, excuse me, who had followed Ophelia out, just kind of like smirks a little bit and is like, good job.
Praise will not get you mercy. Only she stops us.
I'm not really looking for your mercy.
When do we go?
In a minute. Let's get everyone else, make sure there was nothing else. And I don't trust you to drive, so you're gonna have to bring Ophelia back.
She is weak.
And you're a bad driver who I don't trust with Sylvia. Bring Ophelia
Anybody-
back.
Question: is anybody else just watching the the skinny creatures
Yeah,
talk to
what
the...
is what is Sylvia
feel like-
and
I feel
Zell
like Ryan's
doing?
gentle parenting a werewolf.
You
Oh,
wouldn't be wrong. You wouldn't be
not
wrong.
the werewolf. It's not the werewolf that Rise is managing to speak to.
It just feels like Rise is trying to gentle parent this monster, and this monster is just like a sullen teenager that just wants to do nothing but stare at their phone.
Kind of. Except instead of stare at their phone, it's more like just slaughter anything in sight, whether it breathes or not.
Zell's just watching on the sidelines, intrigued, and also just exasperated that he's surrounded by a bunch of loonies.
She will not let me have my mask.
Well, we can talk about that later. Ophelia drives. I don't trust you not to kill the rest of the coterie. Or me, for that matter.
Where is the white-haired one?
I'm assuming he means that for show. Or they mean that for
No,
show.
the white-haired one, Molly.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know Molly's hair was white. Thank you for letting me know.
It's not white, but like it's the closest thing they can describe.
Ryan's kind of just like, she is safe. Back at
Speak
Broken
to
Broken.
them. No.
You're such a drama queen. He like dials Molly on his phone and holds it up in speakerphone. Molly.
Hey, what's up?
Sorry, go ahead.
Emily's resting right now. She keeps muttering something about the floor.
And as Molly hears that growl, they walk back into the house quickly. Just
Oh Lord. Okay, hang on.
Rise, what's going on? Baby?
It's all good. I'm following her. It's
What the
you
fuck
know,
is this bitch doing? Like,
it's the mask.
Billy's like, Billy's trying to talk to Marcus. Like, what the fuck is she doing? She just saw him back in the crib. Like,
Ophelia,
Okay.
I guess I'm just gonna say it, the bull kneels down and takes another kind of feel over the ground as they mention the floor.
Any specifics?
Give me
Oh god.
something. They just keep saying the floor. She just keeps saying the floor. They didn't search
What?
everywhere.
the
The floor.
floor. What type of floor is this out of curiosity? Is it like wooden? Is it I'm gonna have
Wooden
to check the
floorboards.
here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check the floorboards here.
As
Yeah,
Molly
he's
says that, the bull rears back their fist.
Do not bring
no,
the
I
building
don't-
down!
She
I
doesn't
think I
say
might
wooden
just, like,
floorboards. I'm describing
Oh,
it.
that's
She says-
but yeah, no, they still lift their fists.
The immediate. Do not bring the fucking house down. Thank you.
I'm just gonna check the. Yeah, I'm just gonna real quick, just with a tap of his toe. He was about to watch.
Okay.
He was about to watch the bull do this.
Yep, wits investigation.
What's investigation? Okay, copy that.
If Telly is near Ophelia, he can definitely tell something's off.
Oh, I can already. Oh boy, this shit is.
Oh yeah, Marcus
Lord
is
have
here.
mercy,
Hi, Marcus. I forgot. Hi, Marcus.
Yeah.
So one.
Hey.
Okay, goddamn. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 successes again.
Damn, you're on
And
roll
actually,
tonight.
let me roll one more because I'm using my heightened senses. Sorry. Nine successes.
You
Jeez.
tap your toe against the floorboards.
What
You
he
tilt
does.
your head, listening. You walk across the floor slowly, listening to each squeak of the wood. You get to a particularly louder spot. You tap again. It's hollow. It sounds hollow.
Huh. He just kind of like gets down, crouches down, and he like shifts the floorboard, like just gently, just kind of pulls it up, sets it to one side, looks inside.
You pull the floorboard up, and with a creak of wood, you see a little space underneath. And inside, there's a book. Rise, are you
Okay.
watching this?
Yes.
This is
Okay,
the
what
book
the
that
fuck?
Everjo lent you.
Yeah, I grab it. I make sure to put some gloves on. Actually, he kind of grabs his shit. He like looks at it. Is it like I'm gonna give this the look over because it's like I don't have he doesn't have sense of the unseen at this point. I don't think. So he just kind of like looks and he's like, what the hell? Like, and he looks at Rise and he's like,
He like is holding the phone still with Molly, and he's just like, "Oh my god,
What? What is it?
they're the ones who broke into my apartment."
They stand up instantly and start heading towards the door.
Would you cease and desist your
Hold.
brooding and slaughter?
hold your horses. Hold your horses, Big Mama. Hold your fucking horses real quick. What do you mean
You
they took
hear
the book?
you hear a cough from the other end of the line, and you hear Molly fumble with the phone. You hear Emily's voice over the speaker. I managed to find it. They were carrying it, pointed to our names inside. I stole it. I managed to hide it there. Don't know what they got from it. They were angry. But angry. Didn't know where I hid it. I'll explain more later.
Yeah, rest. I appreciate you hiding this, but you are gonna have to answer for why you took it.
Found it. They got careless. Hid something in it. A bookmark. Checker.
Molly, why don't you
Yeah.
get her to rest? Telly.
What in the
Mark-
evil dead is that goddamn book?
I don't know, it's one of Averageo's, so don't be surprised when you open it. Who knows what it contains?
Smells
Yeah,
of the
that's
ancient
saying the
one,
least.
the elder.
Are you
No doubt.
Rise just like looks back over at Ophelia. Are you gonna, talk to your girlfriend or your wife and chill the fuck out for a minute?
It kind of shuffles up to the phone and like takes it. Almost not even like a person, like a animal that's like handling a phone. Just like takes it with both hands, and then like walks to a corner and like squats down and just white-haired one.
Baby, it's me. Are you okay? What's going on? I'm safe.
She's not
I'm all right.
here. They
She's having a
have
fucking conniption,
information
what
on
she's having.
Joe. You are in
I-
danger.
I'm safe. The bar. I closed the bar early. Everything's locked down. I took Emily up into our apartment. All the locks are up. Security's up. I remember where everything is. It's okay. I'm safe. I am safe. I remember what you guys told me.
My mask.
I can I can have it ready for you here.
She will not allow it. Why?
She's past those days. She wants to leave those days in the past.
She seeks to abandon us.
She doesn't. She doesn't. It's complicated, all right? She doesn't want to abandon anyone. It's just complicated.
Complications. Fine. And at that fine, there's like a and Ophelia stands up. Hey, you there?
Yeah, baby, are you okay?
I'm fine. You sure you're safe?
I'm sure. I've got everything. I've got everything here. I've got everything that you gave me at the ready and within sight, and I settled down Emily on the couch and I made her some soup, and yeah, everything's good. I'm safe.
Alright. We might need to have those ribs checked out ASAP. Call the tattoo fucker. He might be able to help.
Xavier? I mean, I
Yeah.
can. Yeah, I'll
As much as I hate him, we need the girl alive. Plus, she's helpful.
Okay. Yeah, I'll call him. Yeah.
Alright.
I'm safe. We're safe.
Take it out. Put it on the table. I'll
Alright.
deal with them when I get home.
Are you sure?
Ugh. Better sooner rather than later. And apparently, there's some people that need to learn manners.
Okay. If you're sure, I'll bring it out.
And she, just, I love you, and kisses.
I love you too. Stay safe out there, okay?
I'll try. And she hangs up and she walks back to Rise and just kind of rubs the back of her head. Thanks.
Don't mention it. I'd rather not have to kill you.
Yeah, I'd rather not have them kill you too.
Yeah.
Okay, we have information. What's hidden? She mentioned something about a bookmark.
This shouldn't rise hand right now. He just points.
Rise will flip
this
open
book.
to the bookmark.
Excuse me.
Oh.
Got you.
Bless you. Bless you.
Blues.
All right.
Blues.
Blue.
You
Gonna call.
you
Gonna call
open this
Marcus real quick. Sorry. Go ahead.
you open this book, Rise, and as you page through it, something falls out of it. It looks like some kind of microchip. It looks like someone gutted like an Apple chip or like an Apple tag or something.
Zell curses under his breath. They've been tracking him.
You think this was in or on Joe? Or
They were tracking him.
Zell walks over and picks up the microchip and takes a closer look at it.
It is literally a gutted air tag.
This could prove useful, however.
What you got? Any ideas?
If this was used to track him, we could possibly trace it back to whoever planted it.
That's
Yeah.
a thing? I thought that was only a thing that could
Yeah.
happen in. I thought that was a thing that only happened in movies or the Bible or other works
Technology's a
of fiction.
two-way street. Ophelia, it's a two-way street. You can track it one way, you can track it the other.
I mean,
Zell,
that's fair
Well, I
enough.
don't know if
How
it's exactly gonna.
Zell frowns
Yeah.
briefly at Ophelia's like, how the fuck do you use a Bible to track someone?
I mean, religious groups always have a way of popping up when you least want them, even when you move around.
They're more Amish
Fair
than
enough.
we are. I highly doubt that we use technology. That aside, Helly is right. We can use this to trace it back to whoever planted it. We find the planter, we may find them.
Well,
Good.
hate to put a little hole in this plan, but how sure are we that it's going to be the planner that we find? It just might be some third party that's been keeping tabs on us.
Then we ask.
We're not. Go ahead.
We question. And she like that sort of
Correct yourself, my
tone
friend.
pops up in her throat again, and she catches herself and just, even though she doesn't need to breathe, she.
Do you want to correct yourself there? Are you doing the questioning or are we doing the questioning?
I guess it depends on how we end up doing things. Regardless, how long is that gonna take, Zell?
Zell is already on the phone
It should take the same amount of time. Sorry, go
to
ahead.
his. Zell is already on the phone to his black hat.
Marcus.
He's been giving instructions to take the chip into a close by telecommunications business and ask for a specific person who can help trace
All right.
the
While you do,
chip.
while you do that, it's probably best we don't hang out here too long. We'll meet back at the bar, but for the time being, Marcus, Rise, and unfortunately, Tally, I need your help with something.
Yes,
Marcus, you remember how I made you promise that if I ever lost myself, I need you to put me down?
Yeah, I remember that.
It's time to confront that shit. And I need you as backup, because I trust you. I trust Rise, but we both know it won't be enough. Even with Telly, it might be a bit not enough. Your main goal for when I'm doing this is protect Molly and put me down.
You know I hate
I'll
you
shoot
for
one
this,
bullet
right?
and dig one hole.
Trust me, Telly. It won't work. Marcus,
I'll
can you
dig a
explain to
whole lot
Telly
more.
I need to catch my breath. Head back to the bar. I'll meet you guys there. Just let me know when you're on your way.
I gotta catch up with Sylvia about something real quick, but I'll meet you there.
And she hops on her motorcycle, and like her hands
Give your
are
snow
like,
bunny a kiss for me. I'm messing. Sorry, I'll meet you back at the bar.
and she and like
Marcus walks over.
just revs
ahead.
it, takes off.
Marcus walks over and plants his hand on Telly's shoulder. I watched her 1v1 of Oz and walk away from
Oh,
it.
Polish. I believe it.
Yeah.
He's big enough.
Oh no, I'm just. This is going to be a fight if we have to do this. I'm just letting you know what you're walking into.
Part of the United States Marines, Marky. I walked into every fight, eyes wide open, 10 toes down. Ain't
Going
shit
in
changed.
one way, coming
I've
out
been
the
out in the desert. Ain't shit changed for me since I've been in the desert, dog. Now,
All right.
you
Well,
have some
considering
contacts,
I'm
don't you?
probably
You
the
have
highest
contacts
ranked.
down here, right? I know you do.
I got some, yeah.
Can you talk to them? And can you round this block here? This block, make sure they take them in sections all the way to about where y'all got to just about the edge of where y'all got hit at, because there were no real buildings out there. Where y'all got first hit, where I met y'all at. Tell get your contacts to try to get some partial prints going on a red rust bucket, probably Chevy, about 1968 or so. Back to 69 outside my baby Valerie. So it's about there, 68, 69. I want to say either probably Chevy Silverado, big fucking honking thing. Yeah, just have them search in sections to see if we can get some partial prints for some licenses.
All right.
Can you
I'll
do
give
that?
my main man Max a call. He'll lead the operation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the time that's
I'll call
finished,
Max. He'll lead the operation.
By the time that's finished, Point Dexter over here should have it have the location traced. So even if that doesn't get to the person we need to know, at least we'll know where the car is located. But it's going to be a
Marcus,
fight either way. I only got so many guns.
Marcus, while you're at it, see if you could find at least at a roundabout location of this address. We need to find this kid. If this is connected to what happened to Rise, which I'm not going to throw all my cards on the table, I have a feeling it is. We need to find the kid, and we need to find the planter.
Hold on one moment. Technical difficulties.
Please hold.
Oh dear.
Oh, and they're gone.
Yes, that's.
Oh dear.
Technical difficulties.
Please hold.
Yay! I
technical
have to
difficulties.
deal with my trauma.
Sweet little bumblebee.
Do you have the recording
I know
paused
what
at the
you want
moment,
from me.
Morgan?
No, I keep it going. But let me. I'll do this for you.
People enjoy the ramble.
My headphones just fully shut the bed.
We were literally just
we just started
talking
bullshitting
bullshit.
and walked away.
Yeah. You said technical
Alright.
difficulties, we immediately jumped off.
We were like, all right, break time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so Zell,
Hold
what
on.
were you saying?
Oh, hold on, guys. I have a. Tara, you can bring him here.
Is
We
it
have a
cat?
very. Yeah. Aqua's deciding to be a. He's deciding to be a butt.
Oh, the baby.
Animals.
Large.
He's
It's a large baby.
Best
Large
baby.
old man.
Large Which old man?
Getting a bit
On a
puffy there,
scale of 1
buddy.
to
You
10,
need to
how
get
much is
back on the
those eyes
kibble.
begging for help?
He's not a cuddler, but he
Rescue
handles it.
me!
Save me!
All right,
Rescue
off we go.
me!
Also, he kind of knocked back my onesie hood.
I love it!
It's a goat one. It's a goat onesie.
Oh, I love that.
Cute.
I love it.
I'm rocking my silk pajamas right now, so
I do
I
have
feel
like
that.
a silk robe somewhere, but it needs to be washed.
Fair
Summer
enough.
hit pretty hard, and it sweats like a
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
I cut this shit. I'm in my fucking.
How is
Oh, my
Telly just
ear,
as
I got-
handsome as I thought he was?
Well,
Hell yeah.
I mean, this, yeah. I mean, I got my dice. I was just at. I was just at BTM tonight, so
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Telly,
I appreciate
Telly
you
turned
saying that.
Telly
I
turned
need
on
to-
his camera. I'm like, damn.
I need to
that's a
get. I
handsome
need to get.
man.
I need to get an actual cut. Like I need to get an actual like haircut before Thursday.
Wait, Telly,
Thursday's
you
the
rocking
first
dreads
day.
too?
Yeah, like all the way. Hang on, I'm just gonna turn on my. I'm gonna turn on my. Hang on 1 second.
Ah, nice. I used to have long dreads for the longest time. Right now I'm doing a side deal, so half of my head is
Yeah.
afro, half of it is dreads.
Yeah, this is the longest my hair has ever been in my whole life. So
Hey, I
about
like
to
it.
just
You
tie
rock that shit.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I'm about to just tie this shit back. I'm sick of the Dewey, but
What you getting ready to go under the desk?
I'm about to turn. We about to turn this bitch up. I gotta tie my shit back.
Hopefully you
Kelly's
don't
like,
work
turn
right
up.
now.
Apollo's like, no, but
Hold
I am
on.
going under
Hold
the
on.
desk.
Why?
Please
I gotta earn
I
this
am
pay.
going under the desk right
Please
now.
note that this has been
Gotta earn the check.
unmuted for the past 3 minutes, so...
We've said worse.
Hold on.
But
What?
We're
Why-
hyping each
why
other up.
is-
Let's go back.
Yeah, bring it back.
Yeah.
Oh,
let's
okay.
let
I
that
wanted to
back
say-
in.
Darling.
Let's lock
I
in,
was going to say
folks.
something, but it's lock in.
lock in.
All right. So, Zell, what were you saying before my headphones quit on me?
Oh, Zell turns to Marcus. Marcus, while you're at it, see if you can at least triangulate the address of this kid. He's the only one left out of that little scuffle, and we need to get him if we're going to get any more information on this Red Dawn, if they still have a contingent located here.
I can't promise results, but I'll do my best.
I'll see if my black hat can track anything down. He owes me anyway.
Well, it seems like we have a plan.
Rise will kind of nod and be like, Sylvia, if you've got a second before you leave, I did want to talk to you about something. Unless Sylvia's already left. I know.
Yeah, Sylvia has left.
Okay. We'll
Her player's left, but she says, I mean, yeah, but we should probably wait. Like, we gotta find what's going on first.
Fair enough.
That kid may not have time. I'm gonna be honest, but if they know we're coming, yeah, they know. They know. If they know we're headed to them. That's the worst thing about hunters. They plan for this shit. It's the way I do it. Capture somebody, make sure bring them to a location of my choosing, and if they track me down, I'm gonna like make sure I bomb and tack strip and make sure like you walk right into my environment. It's worse now. Like I said, it's how I would do it, and the technology's better than when I was in. So
Technology's way
Yeah.
better than when I was in.
Yeah, we gotta go.
Just, don't do anything stupid after that conversation we had with Average Joe. I promise you, I might have a solution. We'll talk about it later.
I
Speaking
mean,
of
okay.
Rise,
Yeah.
I do have to speak to you later. In my little tracing of our runaway, I may have come across some information that'll be of interest to you.
There's like a little sparkle in Rise's eyes as he like understands. He's like, yeah, I'd definitely be interested.
We'll meet back at my haven to discuss it, but for now, we've got a kid to track.
And a kid to save.
And some hunters to put in the dirt.
Transition to broken.
Actually, I think with that, we're gonna end here for tonight.
Transition next time.
Cliffhanger.